have plans.
Hello and welcome to Surprise Radio. I'm your host, Surprise, and if this is your first time here, this is your number one source for independent, underground, unsigned, and underrated music and artists. And today I have one of those amazing independent artists on the show with me. Casandra Carson was kind enough to come and join me for a second interview to promote their new holiday EP, their new single coming out today, and all kinds of fun stuff. So let's get right to the interview. This is Casandra. Casandra, thank you so much for joining me. It's so awesome to have you back.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be back.
Thank you. I want to talk. I just want to get straight into it. You have a new single out today, so
Yes.
let's talk about the new single. Tell me about it. Is it part of the holiday EP you have coming out? Just kind of tell me about it.
Yeah. This is song one of the holiday EP coming out. Sally's song from Nightmare Before Christmas, which I have been in love with forever. So, I'm really excited we're finally putting this out. We've been doing a cover of this song live for literally years. So, we're finally sending it out to everybody else now.
Yeah, that's one of the good things about Christmas music. You can kind of switch it up, change it up, keep it a little fun while still keeping it traditional. So I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so talking about some of the things that you've been doing over the past 18 months since we talked last, you've been touring your ass off. So
Wow.
talk about some of the new places you've gone. So some of the highlights of just being on the road so much, and maybe talk about some of the ones you got coming up still too.
All right. Well, geez, when you say the past 18 months of
Well, you're right.
touring,
You're right.
my
Okay, well let's
brain is like,
well
because you're
let's
right.
let's start in Fort Worth. You finally made it to Texas. You had several shows in Texas this year.
Yeah, finally. So 2025 started out with Paralandra being on the final ride tour with Lynch Mob. And we went from from January to March, like all the way through the Midwest up to the Northeast down to Florida. And then, oh yeah, we even caught some shows in Texas as well on that tour. But yeah, so we had a ton of fun on that whole run. I got to get up and play Mr. Scary with George every single night, which was just like insane, so freaking cool and so much fun. Um, but yeah, it was a grueling tour. It was just like really cold and a lot of driving and
Yeah, yeah.
just trying to survive, let alone like put on a good show. You know what I mean? But anyway, since then, yeah, we've gone on a few other tours. We've been doing the Summer Nights tour over the summer. Went out with Scotty Austin and a bunch of other bands for a while, went back down to Texas. Um, did some festivals this summer. Upheaval, Rocklahoma was just last week. We got to play the main stage for the first time. That was sick. So anyway, yeah, it really has not stopped. The wheel has just continued turning.
You mentioned George Lynch, and I was actually going to ask you about that a little bit later on anyway, so we might as well talk about it now. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was, I don't know, what did you learn from playing with George Lynch?
Oh my gosh. Um,
Because I know you're a hell of a guitar player. Let me put that out there first. I've seen you play. You know what you're doing with a guitar, so it's really exciting to think about what you learned and what you added working with him.
Man, well, to be honest, playing with George it's kind of a wild ride because he is just in his own world. Like he's doing his own thing. So I have really had to like just put a lot of confidence in myself in keeping those rhythm parts down, playing those harmony lines, and really just like being sure of myself. Because like sometimes he'll jump in and do the harmonies with me. Other times he's just going to be throwing a lead line out there that we've never heard before. So it just like really, I really had to be locked in with the drums and with Jaron on bass and, you know, like I said, just to be confident in myself and in my abilities and let him do his thing. And then whenever he comes in to harmonize with me, it's amazing, you know? So I guess, yeah, just confidence.
And while we're talking about collabs, I wanted to ask you when you were going to do a song with Amanda from Eva Under Fire. No, but that's my wish. But have you thought about doing collabs, other collabs? Have you been offered or approached to do any or anything like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been approached many, many times and increasingly so as of recent to do lots of collabs. And honestly, like I'm such a yes person that every time something comes my way, my first inclination is to be like, yeah, let's see what we can do. But all those yeses have been adding up, and now I've got like this heaping pile of work. And
Yeah,
it's great. And I love all of it. But yeah, now, uh, as of literally right this second in my life, I probably would not be able to like say yes to another thing at this point. I'm getting ready to hit the road, on another tour for another 4 weeks, this weekend. And then also I have other things like already planned up, other collaborations that I'm going to be doing after I'm off tour. So yeah, I mean, I guess the long story short answer is yes. I do lots of collaborations all
yeah.
the time, probably too many.
What are some hurdles as an independent band that some may be unaware of?
Oh my gosh. Uh, so many. I mean, like you said, as an independent band, that means you're doing it all yourself. So, I mean, for one, booking shows, designing merchandise, investing into merchandise, being business minded, and really, selling your band for what it's worth and reinvesting that and, always kind of being a few steps ahead. Like, dude, I could go on for hours and hours. Um, Struggles. What else? I mean, just traveling to
Yeah,
shows. I mean, there's
yeah.
so many vehicle troubles that happen. We get flat tires all the time. The last
Oh,
band we had, we replaced the transmission 7 times.
oh no.
Um, I mean, hauling gear, having no roadies to help load it in and load out. I mean, for example, like on the Lynch Mob tour, we were both bands roadies. We were carrying all the gear. So we were the first band to arrive and the last band to leave every single night, and we were doing all the manual labor.
Then
So there's
driving.
all that. And then, you get the least amount of thanks and the least amount of credit, like from anyone. So it seems to be like the most hardworking job, uh, with, the least respect out there, but it's a passion project. It's
I
all
was just
about.
about to say, tell me why you do it though.
Right. It's about the love for the music and the love for traveling and performing, which I have. And, it is very grueling. There's a lot of really difficult things about being in this business, let alone being independent in this business. But it is so worth it. I would do this a million times over than sitting in front of a desk for 8 hours a day.
You
Um,
definitely look very happy when you're on stage and when you're traveling. And I know some of that's for the
yeah.
camera and for the stage, but you genuinely do seem very happy to be doing what you're doing, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been chasing this dream for over a decade. I am very happy to be doing music full time, and I'm honestly so freaking proud of myself for being able to get to the point that I'm at right now and be independent. It's been a lot of work. Very worth it.
Yeah, I have been seeing you guys grow just a little bit, and I really like want you guys to just be. I mean, I believe in you, and that's one of the things that you when you do what I do, you come across a lot of different acts, and some of them, move around on your rankings, and I try not to really pit bands against each other, but when I say you're in the upper echelon, I mean Paralandra, you've got it. And I went to the show in Fort Worth, and there was such a step up in the energy and the sound and the just the everything when you guys got on stage, and it's noticeable. And so you're doing great. Um,
Appreciate that.
Last time you talked about the recording experience, what are some of the things that you've learned that make it go more smoothly as you gain experience?
Well, number one, being prepared. Like that seems so simple. Yet every time Paralandra goes into the studio, our producer is like gobsmacked that we already have our songs written and we know how to play them when we get to the studio.
Yeah.
Like, apparently that is not very common these days, which is like, I don't know, crazy for me. I know that some bands like to write right there on the fly in the studio. That's not how I roll. I like to, spend years, painstaking over these songs before I actually get in the vocal booth. But yeah, just being prepared, like doing your own pre-production before going into pre-production. Like go through all of your songs with a fine-tooth comb, figure out every single note that you like and don't like, and just make the most of it. Because it's like your art at the end of the day, like make it as good as you want it to be. So.
In the last interview, you said that you liked to do For the Record live, but you didn't in Fort Worth. What's up with that?
Oh, we
I
ran out of
know.
time.
Oh, that's my favorite song, and I remembered you saying that, and I was like, oh yeah, they're definitely going to do it, and then you didn't. I was like, well, I get it. You only had 30 minutes set, but damn.
I know. That's what sucks about those huge, like, multiple band tours. Like, everybody gets, 25, 30 minutes. And, sometimes there's talking between songs. So
Yeah,
that'll run up your time. And then you
yeah,
have to cut a song. And, it's a tough balance to walk.
yeah.
But,
Y'all looked like you were ready to do another one, and then they told you you were done.
yep.
Yeah. But in reality, I did want to talk just a little bit about the last interview, just for a moment. So when you came on the show, truth be told, I felt like I did a terrible job because I had the biggest panic attack right before you came on. I caught a train on the way to the house and I said it too early and I like barely made it in the door. And you know how it is when you're going like that.
Yeah.
Really bring that up though to ask you what's your way of dealing, because I know that you have to deal with that sometimes on the road. What's your way of kind of dealing with that and making the best out of a bad situation? I know that not every night is the best night, but you still put it on. What gets you through that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're totally right. Like things like that happen. I mean, every single day on tour, just like they do for anybody else going, to a job every day. We get stuck behind trains and traffic and all that good stuff. But I've in recent years, I've been going to therapy for I guess like about a year and a half now. I have been just meditating and like really getting control over my breathing and doing things like, taking a walk and just grounding myself, like naming one thing that I can sense with each of my senses. These little tricks that, calm your nervous system. You don't really even necessarily have to think about it. Just like, what's one thing I can smell right now? It's one thing that I can taste or feel or see or hear, and just kind of putting your brain on that thinking path, even for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, your body will calm down. So that's helped me.
I know that you have a lot of fans out there that look up to what you say, so I kind of just wanted to get your take on that. I appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah.
Getting back to the music, I know that music videos are fun. You guys always have a lot of fun in your music videos, speaking of For the Record, and you got to set a car on fire. But
Yeah.
I know that they're expensive. So, what can we expect on the music video front with the upcoming single, with the EP, things of that nature? What are we looking in? What looking are we looking out for?
Well, in classic Paralandra fashion, we will be doing another ridiculous music video. And we currently only have one music video for this EP. So that one will be coming out on October 1st. And I guess you guys will just have to see it when it comes out, but it's going to be highly entertaining. There's lots of costumes, there's dancing. Yeah, it's a good time.
That's exciting. I love to hear that. I'm looking forward. That's only a couple of weeks away, so we don't have to
I
wait that long.
know it's coming soon.
Do you ever feel any pressure to be more core, as in the scream type music, the chugga type music, just the metal core type? I know that that's the way that the music industry is kind of sort of turning, and it ebbs and flows. You guys have an older school sound, but that still has current feel to it. But I just wonder if there's ever any pressure to have that sound in your music.
Honestly, yes, we did feel that pressure back in like 2018. If you listen to our Ascension EP, I would use that as a prime example as feeling influenced to get with the times and record something that meshes well with everything else that's going on out there. Get the synth in there, the chugga chuggas that you're talking about, the generational woo, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
putting those types of things in your song. So Back to Life, prime example. Um, so yeah, I mean, we definitely felt that, I would say during that time specifically. But since then, like whenever we did Street Magic, which was the record that came after Ascension, that was our first time working with Elvis Baskett. And he just like really got us. He
Hmm.
understood the Paralandra vision. And whenever we sent him our songs, we sent him live recordings of us playing our songs. Most bands, whenever they send demos to a producer, they'll like do some kind of home recording, like try to put in some effort. But we're just like, here's us playing it live. That's the song, you know. So anyway, with that being said, he just really got the vibe of like what we're like live and how we want to translate that to a recording. So I feel like Street Magic and then again working with Elvis on the Body Electric, those are just like very true to Paralandra as we are.
I know that you have a holiday EP coming out. I'm not trying to look past that because I'm real excited to hear it, but the holidays end and people don't listen to holiday music usually in January and February. What do we have to look forward to from Paralandra as far as anything else in the future aside from touring? Because I know you're going to do a lot of that, and you might have other things going on, and we'll get to that in a minute. But on Paralandra's front, do we have anything else to look forward to?
Well, well, well. We do have plans. Not really sure how it's all going to pan out right this second. We're talking about getting back on the road in February, doing some more touring then. But then we're also talking about maybe going back into the studio earlier next year and doing another little EP just of some fun stuff, like just for the heck of it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. All of the pieces are kind of falling into place right now. So I'm just kind of like watching it from a grand scheme and then we'll zero in and like really nail it down.
I do understand that. I know it's early stages. I have to ask because me, like many others, can't wait for the new Paralandra. It feels like it's been forever since Body Electric, and I know you guys feel
Yeah.
like you're still touring on it and you're still playing it, but I guess maybe it's because some of the songs were 5 to 10 years old, like you said, and then other ones
Yeah.
were brand new for it. So I don't mean to pressure you. I know you get plenty of that, but damn, we do love to hear some new Paralandra.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear people want more.
So, is there anything else that you do want to maybe throw out there that you're doing? I know that you have so many hats and so many things going on. You're in a whole ass another band, and you also, like you said, have plenty of collab things going on out there. So, is there anything else you want to promote right now?
I do. And you know what? I will just consolidate it all to I have a brand new website, CassandraCarson.com, and I just started it this summer. And I did it because of this, because of the problem of having so many hats, or like the guys on my last interview said, so many pairs of shoes. So, anyway, yeah, on my website, I have all of my different projects, which I have new music literally coming from all of them. Paralandra, The Life Project, Cassandra's Crossing,
Oh, okay. You
and
do have some
most,
new Cassandra's Crossing. That's cool. I didn't know if that was a
yeah.
one off or not. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah. George literally, well, I don't think he's totally done yet, but he's sent me like at least half of the new record. I need to start writing lyrics and melodies to it. So we're in the very, very, very early stages. But yeah, we're doing a new record. So
Awesome.
stoked about that. But aside from those three bands, like I'm also doing One Dark Night with Neil Zaza, which is this Halloween extravaganza experience. It's like been compared like a Halloween Trans-Siberian Orchestra, like
Ooh.
huge theatrical
Ooh.
like production and performance, awesome music, like classic songs but reimagined as Halloween, and it's so cool. Like, oh my gosh, I'm stoked to be part of it. But anyway, that's on the website too. You can catch our tour dates on there. I will be joining them on the road in October. Um, and then besides that, I do still have some other collaborations brewing, but I don't know that they're out in the open yet. But just know that, there's plenty on the rise, and you can get all of the info at CassandraCarson.com,
And
all the things that I'm up to.
of course, that will be linked down below. So, along with Paralandra's link tree and anything else. Cassandra, thank you so much for joining me. I just want to ask one more time, is there anything else that we need to throw out there before we go?
Oh my gosh, that's the worst
I
question.
know.
Oh,
Oh,
I have no clue.
I do want to ask, do you have any sponsors you need to shout out?
Um, I will. Shout out to Get 'em Straps, guitar straps. They are amazing. Virginia, the owner, beautiful human being on the inside and out. So I always want to, give her some support whenever I can.
That's awesome. Thank you again so
Female
much for
owned
joining me.
business.
I'm all about supporting independent business, female business, all of the things. So hell yeah, let's is that website, do you know that by heart?
Oh, well, I want to guess it's probably geteminc.com, but don't quote me on that. But Get 'em Guitar Straps is the
Search
name of
them
the
up.
business.
Search them up.
Yup.
All
They're
right.
awesome and beautiful.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thanks, you too. See ya.